Over the last few months, Shedeur Sanders has kind of taken over the Cleveland Browns in terms of the media. They love him, and they will talk everything about media. He has a LeBron James type of sense to the media right now, where everything that he does, it's viewed at in a microscope. And, a few days ago, we saw Zach Edey, a center for the Memphis Grizzlies, get pulled over for speeding, and we didn't hear much of it. But then a couple of hours go by, and Shedeur Sanders gets caught for speeding, and boom, the entire world gets set on fire. And what's crazy is, over the last few months, he's been dominating at camp, and still nobody really likes to fully talk about how good he has looked. They want to give credit to everybody else, but just want to stay unfair to Shedeur Sanders. And I feel like everything that Shedeur Sanders does, including when it's on the football field or off the football field, it's just so unfair. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why. It is unbelievable, the criticism that this man gets. I mean, first of all, can we just take a moment to look at this throw? Yes, 7-on-7 in the red zone. He gets it one-on-one opportunity. Look at the ball placement, okay? Look at the ball placement. Unbelievable. Great job, but let's break down the stupidity of some of the things I've heard.
So yesterday, Shedeur Sanders got caught speeding over 100 miles an hour. He's a quarterback. Mike Tomlin often says 2 is a trend. Can't screw up 3 or 4 times. 2 is a trend. Just 2 times. I'm not sure if I need 2 times when you're a young quarterback. 1 bad judgment turns me off. But I have now, in the last couple of months, 2 things that really turn me off with Shedeur Sanders, who I have championed. That cringy, awful, legendary draft room. Bro, you're a B prospect. Your dad's prime time, who led with his ego for years. You gotta have a little self-awareness. I had more than one GM say, total turnoff. Come on, it's not the end of the world. It's a bad look. And now, this. 100 miles an hour. Yep. All you fanboys, go ahead. Manziel, Baker, Deshaun Watson, defended it to the hilt on your Reddit account. Sorry. Don't minimize it. Don't pander. This is not good for a quarterback. Not good. As of today, and I've said this for years, I do not cling to opinions. New information, new opinion. I'm an airline pilot. We got a storm coming. Here's the latest radar. I'm changing my route, not flying headfirst into it. I don't think about him the same. Legendary, 100 miles an hour. Judgment is 50% of being a quarterback. When you fall to 144 in the draft and then try to match that number behind the wheel of a car, yeah, I don't think the same. You ignored signs with Manziel and Baker. And apparently, based on the traffic violation, Shedeur was avoiding some signs too.
Now, in some senses, I do agree that, yeah, Shedeur Sanders made a mistake. But does he deserve to be criticized like this? I don't think so. If his name wasn't Shedeur Sanders, if his name wasn't, or if he wasn't the son of Dion, if he wasn't who he is, would this be a story? Maybe a little one, right? But this is turned into the most massive situation, and the fact that he called him a B prospect, guys, did we hear that? I think he said he called him a B type of prospect. Now, this was a guy that was on some draft boards the highest rated quarterback, but some teams didn't want to take him due to, I don't know, right? Some teams didn't like the ego that he had. In my opinion, man, I love a quarterback that has confidence in himself and his ability to win football games at the next level. I don't think it was an ego. A lot of teams said maybe it's ego. Maybe it was the cameras and the media attention that would follow him. Guys, he is leading the NFL in jersey sales. If you're an NFL team, why wouldn't you want that? Again, a lot of attention to your team. I get it. It makes sense. But why wouldn't you want that at least a little bit? The Cleveland Browns now have a ton of new fans. You cannot lie about that, right? Second of all, Maturity, they thought was an issue. I don't see that. I think he is mature. Listen, yes, he makes a mistake here, but he came out and said, listen, I made a mistake. I made a bad decision. And again, he's young. Cut him a break, man. Please. Like, crazy. Now, before we get any further into the video, I do want to say, if you want more Shedeur Sanders updates throughout all of not only training camp, but the entirety of this year's offseason, all you got to do is hit that like button. Let's see when we get over 700 likes on this video. But more importantly, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. It is free. It doesn't cost anything to join the family. And like I said before, we will be covering this man throughout the entirety of this year's offseason. And once preseason football starts and we see him in game action, we're going to be breaking down the film for that as well. So make sure you guys stay tuned. There's a lot to talk about, and there's going to be a lot more to talk about throughout training camp as well. I'm excited. Let me know what you guys think about the video thus far. Let me break down a little bit more, and let's get into a little bit about what he said after the incident as well. On the football field, he's looked insanely good, and you got guys saying, oh, nope, we have Dylan Gabriel doing a lot better, and this guy's doing way better. It's not a lot of people are saying he's doing good, but the ones who are saying it, they know ball, man. I mean, again, I get it. He's going up against second, third, fourth stringers, but at the end of the day, these are all NFL players. These are guys that are good enough to make it to the next level. Okay. Look at this throw. This is one of my favorites, and every time I look at Shedeur Sanders, I look at this throw because it shows manipulation of a defense where you have one-eye safety. He's going to open up looking to the left side of the field. He scans right, takes his one-on-one opportunity, and then again, we talk about ball placement, the ability to find the space to where only his wide receiver can get it. This is exactly what he's been doing. I think he's had over 10 plus balls throughout the last couple of weeks that I've said, whoa, it's a good ball. Again, you can't make that stuff up. Listen to what he had to say about this speeding ticket.
I know I'll be violent, bro.
He's just a regular kid. Like, what's wrong with you?
I'm just a little boy.
He didn't do nothing wrong. I haven't seen anything wrong.
He's talking about overall in life. You know, I made some wrong choices personally, and I got owned up to him. I made some, not great choices.
He's saying that because he's an accountable person.
I learned
But from the real people.
I learned.
He's not. He don't be doing it.
I learned.
He was accountable. I like it.
I did see a lot of people posting this right here. 23 years old, caught speeding at 101 miles per hour in Ohio was LeBron James. And also 23 years old, caught speeding at 101 in Ohio as well. A lot of people are comparing these two situations, as you see here. James was cited on 12/30 of 2007. And Sanders was cited on June 17th of 2025. Now, it doesn't mean anything. No. But even still, I don't think LeBron James would have gotten this much media attention if media was this big at that time. I really don't. I think it's just Shedeur Sanders has a lot of haters. Also, like I said before, this news came out earlier and it went nowhere. It went nowhere. Zach Edey was charged for driving 101 miles per hour. 101's crazy, to be honest. In a 55 mile per hour zone in his Kia Sorento. I don't know if that's true, but this is what's crazy to me. What's crazy to me? Why? This is 1.3 thousand views. If you look at anything about Shedeur Sanders, dude, millions and millions of views. So again, I think he's treated so unfairly, if I'm being completely honest. But let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you in the next breakdown. Probably going to be more on the field film for part 2.